Hello, everybody. It is that time, yo. Okay. So I watched this like 3 times now because I've read this manga. I'm fully caught up, and it is just beautiful. They did episode 1 justice. I know that they did. You know, they did a great job explaining what the quirks are. They did a great job at animation. Shout out to Studio Bones. You guys are beautiful. Let's get with the review, though. You'll be seeing weekly reviews of this every Sunday since that's when the episode goes live. It's just I stayed up all night for this. It came out at 5 a.m. and it dropped because shout out to Funimation. I actually subscribed to Funimation to watch this. So let's begin. So it starts off as a boy named Deku, and he's not really getting along with any of the other people that are inside of his school and his classmates and his buddies. And he's just kind of alone. And the unfortunate part about him is he has no quirk. Now, what a quirk is, it's a power. It's basically they want to become superheroes. Everybody wants to become a superhero. They're inspired by other heroes, you know, and all heroes have capabilities and abilities. Or there as I cannot talk today. I'm way too excited. Or, you know, also as well called a quirk, which is, you know, what they call in the show is similar to a power. Now, what's unfortunate about Deku is he doesn't have a quirk. You know, they typically find the quirk around kindergarten, and at age 4, it should have definitely manifested, but his did not, and no one really knew why, you know? You can see clearly in the beginning that he's a massive fan of superheroes when Kamui Wood is just going to town on this villain, and then this giant girl, which, oh my god, she was so bae. She was going to town on that giant, and she ended up taking the credit last minute, which pretty suspect, am I right? Like, who is she to take the limelight? I mean, she looked hella suspect, which is like, oh, I knew that I could take this limelight. At the end, when she was standing next to the beach, it's like, oh, hey guys, hella fake, man. You see her face change? Hella fake. I was not about that, but she could still get the fight. Point is though, that you need to have a quirk in order to become a superhero, because that's just how it goes, you know? How are you gonna save people if you don't have a power? You know, unless you can become freaking Batman, then by all means. But you know, Deku was very upset that he doesn't have a quirk, and they explained it so well in the anime, and I'm glad that they did, so a lot of people will not be confused. Now, in order to have a quirk, and you find that if you do have a quirk, the pinky toe, if you find that if you don't have a quirk, the pinky toe, if it's double jointed, it means you have no quirk at all. There was a doctor, he had a little x-ray, and Deku's pinky toe is double jointed. Now, there is a joint in the pinky toe that if it's rendered completely useless and you don't need it, you can live fine without it, then yeah, you probably got a quirk. But if it's double jointed, then you have no quirk. Maybe I might have butchered it if you do have a quirk. I'm just too excited for it. I'm way too excited. But that's essentially just how it goes, you know? And Deku, this young boy here, right? Even as a child, you can see from the very beginning, has constantly rewatched this video over and over and over about All Might. He is a god. He is a legend. We all know All Might. He's pretty much the Captain America of this show. He's a legend. He is an absolute legend, you know? But he is the #1 hero in the entire series too, thus rendering him the strongest hero in the entire series. That's what we see so far. And everyone just looks up to him because he just saved countless people, even in the movie that, you know, Deku's watching from the internet. It actually looks like Windows 10, I'm not gonna lie. He saves 100 people in less than 5 minutes. Now, if that's not a feat, I don't know what is, because that is a mass crazy feat of saving 100 people under 5 minutes, you know? Even then, blowing them away. And his main quote, which I think they're gonna end the series off this way, his main quote is just incredible. He's like, "Do not fear, I am here." Well, he didn't say do not fear, he's like, "I am here." Like, yeah, I just love that, dude. He's like, nigga, I love that. He's like, "I am here." I absolutely love that. I laughed when I saw that because me and our friends always have been saying that in calls, and now we see it in actual anime. They're saying that. It's like, "I am here." I love it. I absolutely love it. But All Might is just a god. He's a legendary, and this is Deku's role model. He looks up to him. He wants to become exactly like him. He wants to follow in his footsteps and go to the UA, which is his national school, which it literally has a 0.02 or 0.2, if I may have butchered it, percentage on getting in. And Deku does point out that they completely nullified that, but it's still stupid hard to get in. You need to be very good, pass all your merits, flying colors, and of course have a quirk. Now, it's funny because Katsuki, which is pretty much kind of like the class bully, the rival, if you want to say, he's constantly tearing down Deku because he is, you know, one of the top kids in the class, and he's, you know, he looks like a rebel and a thug, and you'd think that this guy is actually dumb and cheats off people, but no, he is a genius and he is the smartest one in the class. And does all good on the test and all that type of stuff, so he's doing well. But, he's constantly pulling on Deku, even as children, and it sucks because they've had their quirks for a long time and they've completely gotten used to them. They brought the best out of them at this point, and they're just constantly rubbing it in Deku's face. And I feel so bad for the poor Deku. Like, I really do. This child who's in love with wanting to become a superhero who just doesn't have a quirk, and I really do feel bad. It was upsetting. He even told him, he's like, yo, maybe you can jump off the school roof and, reincarnate into something different, and then you'll have a quirk. I dare you to do it. And they stared back and glanced at each other, and I was like, yo, I could feel the aura in the anime from that. Like, it's like a whoosh of wind that blew in my face from that. Oh my God. Of course, he doesn't go through with that, and it was sad too. It's just he lives a tough life. He does, because he has this dream, and he's almost believing that he can't obtain this dream. And it sucks because we all have dreams we want to obtain, and we all want to achieve. And we're not gonna let anybody stop us. It's just, of course, how a dream is, and it's looking like that everyone's stopping him. The doctor has told him that he just is not gonna be, have a quirk. He should give it up. His mom is really upset because she's also now believed that he doesn't have a quirk, and she feels so bad because he just sits there rewatching the video, and it made my heart so sad. Like, I felt that, I really did feel that, and just, it was sad. It was such a sad moment right there, because I could see the happiness under the manga reader, and us manga readers, if you're watching this, when he was shaking, I was like, yes, that's how I'm watching this episode right now. Yes. It was really upsetting. I feel bad for the poor little guy. I really do feel so bad for him. But on the bright side, though, his hero All Might did save him from this liquid ooze villain that he was chasing. You can see in the beginning, and he pops up out of the sewer. And he's like, I am here. I was like, yo, get him, boy. Even though the scene did look hella suspect, it was kind of a hentai. I'm not gonna lie, it was mad suspect. I was like, pause, what is this? Even though I do know this happens, it's just they animated it, and it's just you could hear the noises too, and I was like, I was shaking, dude. I was like, pause moment right here. This is a pause moment. Like, what's going on, Deku? Why Deku? You already had a tough day. Why? I'm trying to keep this as much spoiler free as possible. I really am, so I apologize if I spoil anything. I'm not going to, but his main hero, his role model, his legend, the person that always looks up to, saved his life. And he was going to die. Yes, he was going to die since the thing was going inside of his body and taking him over. And it was a beautiful moment right here, because he's in love with this character. He's been his childhood role model forever. And this is the reason why he does what he does today, And as you can see as well, when he climbs onto his back and he's flying, you can see a spit of blood that All Might does. Now, he could be injured. He could have used so much of his power with the Texas move, so much of that Texas Smash. He may have overdone it a bit, and that might be why he got injured. Manga readers, you know what happens. But yeah, so essentially that's just how it goes. And who knows? We'll just have to see what happens. We'll just have to see how the animated in the process goes. It was just, they really pointed that out. Like, they really wanted you to notice that. So keep an eye on that. And then as well as then he puts Deku on the rooftop. And this is what I really liked the most, when they sat down here and they talked, and I was like, come on, Deku, talk to him. This is your one chance. Talk to him right now. He's like, oh, I'll tell someone to bring you down. I'm here. I was like, please, Deku, talk to him. And he did. And he's like, can I be a hero even though I don't have a quirk? And right there and then is just when everything went silent, and they just had, they cut to the credits, and he turned back and smiled, and you noticed a signature grin, so he meant yes. It's like Ratatouille. Anybody can cook. I was like, yo, my nigga Deku, you do whatever you want, boy. You do it. Don't let Katsuki stop you, boy. Beat his ass, man. He was pissing me off. Freaking hate Katsuki. I love him. His quirk is amazing. I love him, but he's kind of a dick. And you can see from the next time, though, which, by the way, I didn't point this out, the opening and the ending is incredible. Oh my God, actually an ending that I can sit through, because most times I just skip the ending until we see the next time, or if there's no next time, well, I'll just skip it. But I actually sat through this one, and the opening is incredible, dude. I actually bumped to it multiple times. you know? But you can see from the next time, though, that Katsuki is actually going to be struggling with this villain that All Might actually thought that was going to kill Deku's life. It got out, it got loose, and it's terrorizing the city now. And it's actually got Katsuki and All Might. He's like injured or something like that, or he's exhausted to where he can't use his powers and abilities. So he's desperately hoping that another hero is around to save Katsuki. And we see Deku there. Now, what does this mean? I don't know. Will you see a sudden burst of Deku opening up his powers? I don't know. Because we do know that his mom can pull small objects and his dad can breathe fire. So I wouldn't completely count him out on never having a quirk. Because, you know, if you watch the movie Sky High that Disney made, the main character did not have superpowers, but he obtained both superpowers from his parents. So will it work that way for Deku? We'll just have to find out until next Sunday, which I will provide weekly reviews for this. Now, if you guys enjoyed, by all means, give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. It means a lot. Subscribe if you are new and you're finding this review. By all means, it means a lot to me that you guys sit here and watch my reviews. It means so much to me. The second channel is gonna be so live with all these amazing animes coming out this season. You'll be seeing what I'm gonna be watching as well. My top 5 expected to be watching spring animes of 2016. And with that being said, I am AkumaNexus. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna get up out of here. Goodbye.